scenes and sources.
Scenes and sources. Okay.
Right, the scenes.
Yeah, it's about a 3 or 4 year old laptop, and over time it got slow.
Here's what started this big mess. Windows 365.
Yeah, sir, I tried, but it's not working. Same, sir. I have put your mail across stating that.
Quite annoying. And most any time that I try to use my computer, I'm plagued with pop-ups.
Is that the only way that you can run the new Office? Is web-based
No.
programs?
Is somebody starting to snore?
You're boring, Doug. Sorry.
Good morning. It's Friday morning, October 11th, 2024, 9:01. And this is weird. This is the first time in a long, long time there have not been.
John Williams said, hello, Doug.
There is somebody here. There's not been chat messages before the show, and I'm seeing 4 people waiting. Are there really only 4 people watching the show? I feel lonely. I'm going to refresh that page and see if that changes. Yeah, well, that says 11. A little bit better. Here's my list of topics. And boy, it's busy. Got lots of stuff. I haven't popped out chat yet. Let's go do that. Hello, Martin. Hello, Alice. Alice thought the show wasn't on for 2 hours yet. I don't know why you would think that, Alice. It's 9 o'clock Pacific time, Monday through Friday. Saturdays is 2 hours later. It's not Saturday, is it? Just feels lonely around here. Okay, I'm going to get this thing moving. Come up to here. Live commentary, I'll turn that to anyone so that anyone can chat. Then come back into my list of topics. Harriet. I've got a response for Harriet. Come over here to channel comments. Harriet, and forgive me, I'm going to try to pronounce your name. Harriet. Oh, let's see. I got to do a couple other buttons here. Let's do that and that button. HarriethNkechinyereNwakamma. HarriethNkechinyereNwakamma. That's probably way off. Please forgive me. I like to try to pronounce names. And you could give me a correction to the pronunciation if you care to. Here's what she says. I just got a brand new Dell Inspiron 14 2-in-1. I can't create a username. As
Bobby
the
Warren
@
said.
symbol. Hello, Bobby. As the @ symbol does not come when pressed holding the shift key. Comes up instead of an @ symbol with this, I think that's the pound sign. Comes up instead of the number symbol. Okay, the number symbol would usually be on the 3. What should I do? I'm so sad. So I went to look at that keyboard. My first inclination was to think that it had to do with the function key, that you might have to hold down this FN key when you press that. But I don't think so, because the way that you described that, Harriet, when you're pressing Shift 2, that's what I'm interpreting this as. You're not getting the @ symbol. You're instead getting the pound symbol. I think that may be because of the keyboard selection. At an earlier point in the setup process, you come to a screen that allows you to choose what keyboard you want to use. You'll need to be using a keyboard that has the @ symbol on the number 2. Maybe you had some non-standard keyboard selected. What would be useful, if you want further help, is to send me a photograph of your keyboard. Send a photograph of the screen that you get to while you're doing the Windows initialization, where it has the keyboard selections. And then when you get to the screen where you're trying to put in an account name, give me a picture of that. Now, I'm assuming that you're trying to use a Microsoft account. because you're trying to put in the @ symbol. So that implies you're trying to put in an email address. Now, please ignore the people in the chat comments who may be screaming to not use a Microsoft account. If you choose to, that is fine. If you'd like some help with how to do local user account instead, we can help you with that, but it's going to take a little more involvement. Harriet, I'm not sure. It might be Harriet NkechinyereNwakamma. But anyway, on Saturdays, tomorrow, the show starts 2 hours later than it starts Monday through Friday. And we do a Zoom session, and I can connect remotely to computers or connect to your cell phone camera so that we can help you through it to get you going on that. And I'm going to go check and see if there's any other chat comments pointing out other ways to deal with this. It said 2 hours, it's live. So Alice said on her screen, it said 2 hours. Hello, Douglas Burchell. I recognize your name, I'm pretty sure. Hello, Doug from Doug. Bobby Wintermute, Rick Lakes. Wintermute says it looks like a UK keyboard layout issue. So if you are in the UK and you want to choose a UK keyboard, maybe you could start with US keyboard, because I know that that has the @ symbol in the right place. And then later you could switch to the UK keyboard. Regarding Windows 11 installing without OOBE, yes, I know Rufus. We've been down that road many times. I haven't created a video on it because I don't care to. I am aware of that. John Williams, that's to Alice. That is the way I thought so as well. Good to see you. Probably YouTube mistake. That, if her screen was saying 2 hours, it'll be live, I'm thinking that the browser had not updated. You might have some configuration that's causing your browser not to update that tab when it's sitting idle. That might have been what was going on. It also should show the time in your local time that the show's going to start. @ sign is over the apostrophe. Okay, so that's another thing that Harriet could try, is using the apostrophe key. That's not comma, that's apostrophe. So on my keyboard, that's on the same key. I'll bring it up here. That's on the same key as my quote symbol. So try that key either with or without shift, maybe with or without the function key, and see if that gets you the @ symbol. Wintermute's calling that a single quote. Yeah, that would also be used for a single quote, but it is also
John Williams said
the
it did
apostrophe.
say 2 hour delay on my screen as well with the trailer.
Really? Well, that's curious. I don't know why that would be. That would be a reason why there weren't many people here, wouldn't it be? Did I put the wrong time? Let's go see, where is that? Oh, that comes, I don't think I'm even going to see that there. Oh, it does say 11 a.m. Oh, that's what happened. I scheduled for the wrong time. My bad. Wow, how did I do that? Yikes. Okay, let's move along. We'll get over that. Get past it. That explains why there's not many people here.
Ken Stout Live said such a Doug.
Yeah.
Al-J said no worries.
Thank you, Alice. You got here anyway. Response to a rant from WCT. Windows, well, you guys will recognize that when I get to it. If I come down here to the actual show comments, this will take you to his video. Oh, I need to do it in a different window. I'll right click there and open a new tab. Windows, what's it called? Windows Computers and Technology. I like this guy's videos. I think he does a fine job, but I'm gonna push back a little bit on this. He's complaining in this video about when Windows Insider tests ignored, and I don't think that's really the case. I think he reports that a lot of people in his comments were reporting that they were getting blue screen errors after installing the 24H2 update. I'm going to, and I wanted to talk about this because I see a lot of people in this community doing this.
said, remember to hit the like button, everyone.
Thank you, Alice. And that is when you go to install the 24H2 before a Windows update delivers it to you, you could be circumventing Microsoft's, I don't know if it's called a block or a hold, that would prevent you from getting it because you have some configuration that could cause you problems. Now I'm going to show some research on this. I haven't researched this extremely thoroughly, so if some of you push back on me on this, that's fine, because this is a study in progress, I'll say. But anyway, what he's reporting in here is that people in his comments are saying that they're getting this blue screen of death, and he says that Microsoft knows about this problem, and yes, indeed they do. But he's saying that Microsoft ignored the insider's reports, and I don't think that's the case, and I'm going to show you why I take that position and why you could be shooting yourself in the foot if you go install a Windows update before Windows Update delivers it to you. So just consider this. Now I'm going to go to these two links and show about this a little bit. So here, Microsoft blocks Windows 11 24H2 on some Intel PCs over blue screen of death issues. So this link will give you some information about this particular problem. And what they I don't even know his name because he doesn't say his name very often. I think he does occasionally. Let's get back to it here. Why is this slow? Am I dropping frames? My computer's responding slow. It talks about the problem here and a workaround for it. And then we get into some related articles. Now, rather than reading through all of that, I want to get on to the next link. I'm just offering this for you that you can do some further research if you choose to. I don't have time to go all the way down this rabbit hole, but here's what Microsoft says about the issue. Windows 11 24H2 known issues and notifications. So we get in here known issues. And the one that he was reporting about is this Intel Smart Sound technology drivers. Microsoft updated this on the release date of 24H2. They know it's a problem, and that will prevent that update from going to your computer via the normal person's installation mode of Windows Update. If you go use the installation media or run setup to essentially force 24H2 on your computer, or download the KB file for it and install it, hang on, you might be forcing that to install on your computer and preventing Windows from blocking that, because the process to block that is handled or managed through the normal Windows Update process, or using what's called the installation assistant. This installation assistant. Important. We recommend that you do not attempt to manually update to version 24H2 using the Windows 11 installation assistant until the issue has been resolved. Do not attempt. Okay, so here they're saying the Windows 11 installation assistant is a way to force that onto your computer. And when they're referring to this issue, what issue are they referring to? Let's see, there's this one confirmed. Exam browser application might fail to open. Is that for all of these issues? I'm not sure if that's for all of these issues or not. Compatibility with Intel Smart. Yeah, when I click on this one, do they say that here about not forcing the update. So as I said earlier, I have not spent a lot of time studying this, but when you go to manually update to 24H2, yeah, here it is. They're recommending to not do that. You may be installing on your computer when Microsoft knows your computer really isn't ready for it. So basically you're operating as a test case, a test dummy, an insider without being in the insider's program. So I wanted to bring this up because recently many people have gone out to seek that 24H2, and you could be shooting yourself in the foot with that. As long as you understand that, hey, fine. And you should have an image backup of your computer before doing that. All right. Moving along. Let's get here to, so those links were in there. And then Carey Holzman has a comment in chat. And thank you, Carey. I didn't recall actually saying thank you yesterday for his comment. He's added one here. Now, I saw his video where he talks about this network security change. And this link, I believe, yeah, is to his shorter version that deals with just that issue. So I'm going to click on that and bring it up. Doggone it. I'm going to go back right away and then do the right click and open a new tab so I can get back to this list. This is his almost 6-minute long video where he tells about this network security issue, where if you are doing peer-to-peer file sharing or printer sharing and your computers do not have passwords, you're signing into the Windows account without a password, then this 24H2 changed the default security settings to turn on password protected sharing. So that means computers have to have passwords. Carey's way of doing peer-to-peer networking in his home office is to disable password protected sharing, which implies to me that he's starting up his computers without a password, which is fine. But that this 24H2 update by default changes that security setting because Microsoft is trying to push higher levels of security. I'm not going to come across that issue with any of my clients or my own computers because I always
John
use
Williams said,
passwords.
I was offered 24H2 on one of my desktop computers through Update, and it installed easily. It has not been offered on my other computers.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for that report, John Williams. That is the first time that I've heard someone report that they had 24H2 offered through the normal Windows update. And that it's not been offered on your other computers could be just part of the phased rollout, or it could be something about the other computers that Microsoft is putting a hold for that update for you. I don't know how you would find out. You'd have to look through those known issues and see if those computers have any of those issues. But if I were you, I wouldn't bother with it. Just wait until it gets offered to your computer. Thank you for that report. If anybody else has been offered 24H2 through Windows Update, I would like to continue hearing about that. Hello, Douglas Burchell. Let's see. That's the one I saw earlier. Yes, I'm from CareyHolzman Chat and Channel. That's why I recognize his name. And you've spoken a few times in chat today. Douglas, around here, that is enough to get you turned blue. Now, technically, that means you're a moderator. I don't ask you to do moderator functions. I don't want you to, go blocking people or moderating their comments. My reason for turning you blue is so that I can recognize that I have seen you here and I've recognized that you're a good guy. You're not a troll. So welcome. Glad to see you. Okay. And I'm not reading through chat as closely as I used to because I'm trying to get through more what I think are interesting topics. Did I finish all of what I wanted to cover with Carey Holzman? Yes, I think so. Thank you for that comment, Carey. And then ZenAero Laptop, happy surprise number 1. Now here's this laptop that I unboxed yesterday. It's it's gone on to restarting. I've been doing a Windows update on it this morning, and I'll bring it up on screen for you here. It's gonna restart in 17 minutes because I haven't clicked on it. Before the show started, it was around in the 80 percentile. It'd been there for a long time. It was taking such a long time to install this update. Now, I haven't told you yet what the happy news is about this computer. I'll go ahead and restart that, and maybe I can even show it on screen. As it restarts with my capture device, I think you're gonna see it's still connected. Didn't I just click to restart? Why hasn't it restarted yet? Did I not click the right thing? All right, so I'll go do a restart. And is Jim, KJ3N, in chat? I haven't noticed him yet, but he'll be interested in this. And the thing here is that the capture device is working before Windows loads. It's working in BIOS. It's working on cold start. It just works. And in the past, it has seemed that the laptops, when we connect a capture device to the HDMI port, we can't get anything from that until Windows display drivers get loaded. But this one's working. And I'm not sure if there's some configuration twist or if it's just the BIOS allows that to happen. This is probably going to take a while. This is something that I have noticed with the end processors is Windows updates, I think, take significantly longer because the CPU is a lot slower. That makes a lot of sense that it would be that would be the case. All right, moving on. I'll come back to that computer later. Oh, I think I will. I'll try to, sort of. But so that's the happy surprise, is that the capture device works in BIOS. Works everywhere. Utility software that will show what programs have been used in the past 30 days on an end user computer. This, I'm just asking the question for the community. I'm not really convinced how much I care about this, but it just occurred to me this morning because I'm going to be doing a lot of replacing computers in offices where computers have been there for a long time and some of the software they use might not be used anymore. Some users might have installed software that I'm not aware of. If there was some kind of utility that would be able to, for instance, query the system event viewer, maybe the application log, and tell me what programs have been used in the last 30 days or some kind of program activity history without having to go through looking at each one. I want something that I can just bring up a report. If anybody knows of something like that, I'd be interested in that. I did a little bit of a Google search on it this morning and did not find anything. Okay. I do have a redirect set up for Carey Holzman's show today. Let's go take a look at what that is. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Large power in a small package, performance redefined Minisforum UM760 Slim computer. There it is right there. Good show. Good show coming up. These others I've been kind of delaying for a bit. Did I cover everything? No, there's something else I think I wanted over here. There's some more comments in chat. Yeah, pineappleroad. Harriet's she actually had two comments. The first one, they were both from yesterday's video. This is the new name No, that's not the new name. That's not yesterday's show. That's an older show. Nice setup. I just got a new Dell 142 in 1. 14-inch 2-in-1. The @ symbol and exclamation on the numeric keyboard of 2 and 1 respectively. Is 2 and 1 respectively. Well, I think we understood what she's talking about there. So let's move on. I'll give her timestamp later. Pineapple Road. This was yesterday's show. I'm supposed at 20 minutes. I'm wondering if the laptop came with an answer file on it that told the installer to skip the wireless setup screen. I doubt that. I think they use something like the Rufus installation media creation method. I don't think Rufus is using an answer file to do that. It could be. I don't know. Using a similar method for what I use for MS account bypass. I'm assuming you're using the OOBE bypass NRO. Ding, ding, ding. I said that all by memory, from memory. I guess that's what he's using instead of Rufus. Bypass NRO requires the user to click a button to skip wireless setup. Yes, true, because once you do that, the computer restarts, and then you have a click button. You click a button to say, I think it says, I don't have internet. I don't think it's a button that says skip wireless. Whereas the answer file method skips the wireless setup screen complete without user input. Oh, I see what you're saying here. The Rufus method, no, the bypass NRO, you have to click on that link that says I don't have internet. Rufus, I'm not sure what it does at that point, where you have to click on the link to skip internet or tell it you don't have internet. The answer file method, apparently he knows, will skip that setup screen completely. Okay, I see what you're saying, because you've done the answer file technique. I get it. I get what you're saying there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not interested in trying to find out. If you find out and want to let us know, great. Let's see, that one is still holding off for a while, so I've covered all of those. I've already looked at all of my stuff here, so I'm going to give myself a space there between those lines, save that, and then come to chat. Winter mute, there was no 24H1, correct? Microsoft has cut back to 1-year update. So I guess for some amount of time, it's going to be called H2 until they decide to give up with that. It's weird to just call it 24. Update for 24. Apps, install apps, list by date installed. No, because that's not going to tell me if they're using it. Something that shows an install date of 3 years ago still might be in use. Something that was installed a year ago might have been in use by the person who was using the computer before them. But I do go look at installed apps to see what apps are installed, so I notice whether something is installed or not. And that's currently what I'm using. If I see something that is outside of their normal apps, then it puts that on my radar and I'll interview the user about it. They did not meet their release goals for 24H1. I don't think there was a 24H1. Did Windows, whoops, wrong keyboard. Did Windows 11 have a 24H1 release? Don't recall us ever talking about it. 24H1 release date. There is no 24H1 update. That was from March. Yeah. There were cumulative updates each month, but I don't think they ever called it 24H1. So you go straight from 23H2 to 24H2. No 24H1. Am I right? Oh, let's go take a look at this laptop again. It's still working on updates. Yeah, that is something about these end processors. They take longer for the big updates. Windows 10, are there any issues with Windows 10 updates? I don't. Windows 10 does not have any more feature updates. So there is no 24H2 ever for Windows 10. I don't think there was even a 23H2. Was it 22H2 was the last for Windows 10? I'm not sure. Somebody will correct me for that. Or I just go ask for it. What is the latest version of Windows 10? So it's highly unlikely to have troubles. 22H2 is the latest version. Highly unlikely to have troubles with Windows 10 updates because they're just not being very aggressive with what they're trying to do. Keith, put me in orange. Couldn't you just, oh yeah, I already saw that one. Looking for other oranges. I think that'll do it. That sounds like a wrap, everybody. I am planning to do the normal Saturday show tomorrow. Really? Can you call it normal?
What's in the box? Abby normal. Abby normal.
Is it ever normal? All right. That was a new button.
John Williams said, thanks, Doug.
I'll show you that.
Abby normal. Abby
Oh, that's not supposed
normal.
to do the what's in the box. That was just supposed to be Abby normal. All right. I'll have to go fix that. And here's the email address if you'd like to send a question, pictures of what's going on your computer, video of what's going on your computer. You can do it that way. And other than that, have a great Friday, everybody. I will catch you later. I should have these buttons set up right first before I start my goodbye spiel.
That's all, folks.